And that brings us to the last thing I want to talk about today. We could put it off, but I don't want to. Because it was 14 years ago on this day, Charlie, the Philadelphia Flyers won Game 4 of the Stanley Cup Final, June 4th, 2010. That is the last time this team won a game in the Stanley Cup Final. Of course, they come back to tie the series 2-2. Yeah. They then go back to Chicago, lose Game 5. We all know what happened in Game 6.
Sure do.
And I thought it was just funny to tie this in with Patrick Sharp, who did score from like the blue line
in that game,
in this Game 4. But
that goaltending was so good in that series from both sides.
Game 5. Like, I always think of Game 1 and what a shit show that was.
That was a shit show game.
Game 5, 7-4. Just absolutely ridiculous. But this Game 4, this win, Mike Richards opens the scoring with the steal behind the net backhand, like all-time Mike Richards great goal there. Yeah. Giroux has a slam dunk on an awesome play from Kimmo Timonen to set him up. I watched like an 8-minute highlight video of this game once I saw this. I spent some time on FlyersHistory.com today or .net, whatever.
Great place to be.
It's truly excellent.
It's a great website.
It's awesome. But even this game, man, the Flyers lead 4-1 in the third, end up winning 5-3 on a Jeff Carter empty net. The end of this game was insane, and I don't think he did. Coburn dangerously close to what should have been a penalty shot, I think, for Taves. Oh yeah. Like puck on, glove on puck, real close to the crease to clear it out on what was in a final minute or two scoring chance for them. I miss this so goddamn bad. I love watching the final, but there is part of me every year that's like, God damn, to think it's been 14 years since they even won a game in this final round. And honestly, in the final 2 rounds, because they haven't been back to a conference final since then.
That's fair.
The only time they've been to the second round only sort of counts. It only counts for my sanity because I want it to. Like, man, 14 years ago, Charlie. God damn it.
I remember very little of the details of this game. Like,
they all came back.
I certainly watched it, obviously, but I don't remember the details. What I remember vividly about the aftermath of this game, and in retrospect, it's just painful, but like, I just remember being so certain they were going to win the series.
They came back.
Like, they came back. They won both games at home. I remember thinking to myself, okay, and this is extremely painful to think about in retrospect. But I remember thinking like, okay, I think they're going to win Game 5 because I think they've got all the momentum and they're just rolling. But even if they don't win Game 5, there ain't no way this team's losing at home. There's just no way.
They just have to win 7.
They're not losing, and then they just have to find a way to win Game 7.
Yep.
And this is a team that came back from down 3-0 to Boston. Like, they're not going to shrink from any moment after doing that. So I was certain they were going to win this series, and I still think if they win Game 6, I think they win Game 7. And they could have won Game 6.
Without a doubt in my mind. But, of course, that's not what happens. And Chicago goes on to become a dynasty.
Yep.
The aforementioned Patrick Sharp, just to put a bow on that conversation,
okay.
4 goals, 2 assists in the 6-game series, and led all skaters at +7. Probably could have used a guy like that.
Might have helped a little.
We all silly like the mayor.